On the news tonight, experts say pursuit of values, equity and justice is germane to national unity. Fun seekers relish excitement of Christmas holiday in various recreational centers. Nigerian Navy estrays performance in year 2021. Good evening, compliment of the season. This is the news at 7 reaching you from NTA Ijebu ode. My name is Joel Ukbola. Now the news in details. The pursuit of shared values and national aspirations such as equity and justice should be the basis for forging national unity that is driven by good leadership rather than mere integration of different culture. Guests on NTA's flagship current affairs program, Good Morning Nigeria, stated this position while analyzing the ways of strengthening national unity. Alika Opanachi Arua reports.
Integration, guests on Good Morning Nigeria emphasized the need to build consensus around core values that unify Nigerians. This, they say, is achievable irrespective of tribe, ethnicity or religion.
You can't have a nation unless you are united. Once you are not united, you don't have a nation. You are just a collection of people, everybody living his own life. But I think we need to build a nation. And to build a nation, we have to build it around unity.
Emphasis was also laid on utilizing education and value reorientation to change the mindset of Nigerians towards one another with the aim of promoting unity in institutions of learning as well as places of worship and work.
The moment people get sound education, then they'll force the leaders to dialogue. What is missing in this country is dialogue. Because, first of all, many Nigerians don't know what the issues are at stake. They can't participate.
What we need in terms of leadership is an exceptional leader, what the Chinese call it Junzi. Somebody who's exceptional in terms of character, in terms of goodwill, in terms of energy. Then we will have that. We are lucky.
They also emphasized the need to have a national plan that can unite people together in order to move the country forward. In Abuja, Alika Opanachi Arua, NTA News.
For the excitement of Utah season to cut across everyone in the society, regardless of social class, provision must be made for the less privileged to ensure they have a sense of belonging. This came to the fore as Feed a Child Today orphanage home opened its doors to children from different walks of life in a special Christmas funfair. Correspondents report that it was non-stop fun. Feed a Child Today orphanage home is synonymous with its unique Christmas funfair. The surprise inclusion of the Boys Brigade in this year's program added color to the occasion, much to the excitement of the children. The event, which attracted hordes of children from different walks of life, created a platform for them to make new friends and savor the excitement of the Christmas holiday. Favorite cartoon character such as Ben 10 and SpongeBob added color to the occasion, with the children eager to catch a glimpse of them. The highly enthusiastic children slugged it out in a keenly contested dancing competition.
Jesus in my life, I'm living for His glory. I'm on fire every day, and nothing can stop me. Doesn't matter what I face, I am getting bigger every day, every day.
It was not about dancing alone, as children in secondary school classes participated in a quiz competition. The children bear their minds on the funfair and the fact of an age home.
Because we all get together, we know ourselves, we have fun together. And the competition was good. The questions were somehow complicated, but thank God they were somehow complicated, but we thank God.
I love everything that happens today. Everything is interesting. I enjoy the dramas, the dancing, and the choreography. I saw some interesting things that made me feel like period.
Parents describe the initiative of Otumba Sheguntimi and Fat Orphanage Home as commendable.
I fought for her. I had to be carried her all about. I'm really impressed. It's a good job. She's one of the orphanage here.
For Otumba Sheguntimi, the joy of putting smiles on the faces of the children cannot be overemphasized. He urged like minds to support the FAT initiative.
See, I want to appeal that organizations and individuals who have the spirit of giving should come and partner with us, right? And this is an orphanage where we are taking care of children that don't have fathers, don't have parents, don't have mothers, those that cannot even go to schools, those that are living in bad homes and so on. So we have them.
Children in the Feed a Child Today orphanage home also perform at the occasion.
The children, we are the one. We are the children of Feed a Child Today. We are the heritage. We are the one. We are the future.
The excitement of seeing Santa Claus will linger on in the memories of the children for a long time. In Ijebu ode, Joel Bukbola, NTA News. In the same vein as Christians continue to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, otherwise known as Christmas, some Abeokuta residents have celebrated the day by visiting some recreation centers in the metropolis. Muiwa Omaumi's report is presented in this package.
The day after Christmas celebration, otherwise called Boxing Day, usually afforded family members and loved ones to catch some fun in a relaxed mood full of excitement and joy. This informs the visit of many to some recreational and tourist centers. Olubukola Kajero is a fun lover who came with her family members to have fun. While enjoying the beautiful nature at the site, she however observed that she would have been more excited if she met a bubbling environment like that of the previous years.
Thank God for life, for giving us a life to see this Xmas. But with the situation of Nigeria, the economy is so bad, so people just stay at home. Some don't have money to come out to give to the children.
The economic situation of the country is the cause of everything, because things are very expensive. There is no flow of money around. So the situation of the country is very bad for now.
NTA News also interacted with some children who were catching fun. They share their experiences.
Well, I feel excited because it's not every time I come here. So I finally have the chance to come here like on Christmas. So I really feel excited.
While some spent December 26th, Boxing Day, opening their gift boxes, others visit tourist and recreational centers such as Olubukola Kajiro, who enjoy themselves and celebrate the joy of the season.
As the maritime component of the Nigerian Armed Forces, the Nigerian Navy is expected to protect the nation's maritime domain and expand the frontiers of Nigeria's economic engagement across the international waters. Year 2021 witnessed major strides in this direction as the Nigerian Navy leveraged local and international synergy to drive the achievement of its core mandate. At any time, has more on that.
In the pursuit of its constitutional mandate, the Nigerian Navy acquired and deployed both tangible and intangible naval assets in year 2021, ahead of 6 new naval ships, a fighter helicopter, and 118 inshore patrol craft, fast patrol boats of various categories, recently inducted into the naval fleet by President Muhammadu Buhari. The nation's hydrographic survey ship, NNS Lano, dropped anchor in the waters of the Western Naval Command in May 2021 for the purpose of charting and mapping the waters.
Where we get patronage from the Gulf of Guinea and other countries as may be, would render such service, of course, at a cost. It is a revenue generation asset to the country.
At the Western Naval Command, Apapa Lagos, Nigerian Navy's international cooperation and engagement for the purpose of protecting the Gulf of Guinea and Nigeria's economic interest was demonstrated by a total of 8 port calls by foreign navies to the flag officer commanding while the Navy was active in leading joint operations against economic criminals on the domestic front through platforms such as the Deep and Operation Awatse.
We are looking at exchange programs. We are looking at any way we can develop capacity, both ways, for us to collaborate and be able to expand our capacity.
In the outgoing year, the Navy was emphatic in its readiness to give pirates and other sea criminals bloodied nose by securing conviction of 10 sea pirates in July under the provision of the Suppression of Piracy and Other Maritime Offences Act 2019. More of this laudable achievement will definitely be witnessed in the coming year as additional naval assets, including NNS Oji, a Seaworld Defence Boat 3 constructed by the Naval Dockyard Limited, take to the sea for operations with high expectations.
We are looking forward to building bigger ships that will be able to patrol in our exclusive economic zones.
For the Nigerian Navy, the sun has already set on year 2021. In 2022, it is onward together again. In Lagos, NTA Ijebu, the NTA News.
You're still watching the news at 7 on NTA Ijebu ode. The news continues after this message.
Compliments of the season, a very Merry Christmas and a most glorious New Year from all of us in NTA.
You're welcome back. Religion in Nigeria often plays a very important role in the success of a policy or appealing to the mind of the people. Now the truth in this statement came to the fore as in Nigeria's COVID-19 story so far. Abdullahi Ajia has the details of that report.
Records and statistics. The Nigerian COVID-19 experience is one that has been managed with utmost professionalism, citizens' involvement and stakeholders' collaboration, cutting across all sectors, with the religious institution playing a key role in containing the virus. Nigeria, not an exception to the global virus attack, strategically moved in motion critical institutions on what needed to be done. Once upon a time, restrictions, new measures, social distancing and decisions taken by government affected humanity, including the mode of worship and relationships.
In our worship services, we regularly remind our members to maintain the protocols, and also we try to keep to the protocols in terms of the time we spend in church, in terms of social distancing, and in terms of certain things we would normally do, hug each other, shake hands with each other, and just be, so close, which are human and which are evidences of love. But for now, like I said earlier on, we're trying to maintain these protocols.
People listen to us, so we have engaged them by telling them they should obey those authorities, those that have the medical experts and those know-how in terms of eradicating the pandemic.
While quickly adjusting to the new normal, religious leaders of both the Christian and Islamic faith have joined in the aggressive sensitization and awareness creation through their respective sermons and teachings.
Majority will start example with the Masjid Al-Nur and the FCT imams. They have sat down times that number with the FCT minister and the experts in the health department. They have brought so many suggestions and steps to be followed.
It didn't just stop there. The Temple of God was temporarily shut down, with adherents forced to worshipping their creator from home and hearts for survival and intervention. Upon the discovery of the COVID-19 vaccine, the role of the religious leaders and worship centers became more demanding, considering myths surrounding the vaccines and its rejection. However, the preaching on the pulpit helped a great deal. The success story so far will not be complete without a special mention of the spiritual and psychological assistance provided by the religious institution. Today, The worship centers have extended their support to allowing a vaccination center within their premises, which gives a boost to the vaccination success story. Human and divine interventions many attribute to how the situation has not gone out of hand. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And that's the much we can take on the news tonight. Thanks for staying with us and compliment of the season.